Whiteface Mountain is a popular skiing destination in the Adirondacks during the winter, but in the summer, the mountain's ski infrastructure is repurposed to allow sightseers and hikers to access the mountain's summit. We're here at Whiteface Mountain and we're going to see about taking the gondola up to the top. Cloudsplitter Gondola is an enclosed lift that takes passengers to the top of Little Whiteface Mountain. The gondola is the only one of the resort's 11 ski lifts operating outside of ski season.
When you hop in, watch your head.
Okay.
There you go.
Go ahead. Okay. And watch your feet. Okay, I was trying to, but I lost my balance.
Much room.
Doors will close automatically.
Okay. So the gondola takes us to the top of Little Whiteface, and the more famous summit of Whiteface Mountain is something you can drive to, or hike to, but the gondola is going to be lower than that by about 1,200 feet. We had a beautiful day to make our trip up the mountain. The gondola climbs to the summit in less than 15 minutes, saving us a strenuous uphill climb, covering 6.5 miles of ski runs turned into hiking trails, which even a well-conditioned hiker would take over 6 hours to complete. We were surprised to see the big dip before we go back up the mountain. Big Whiteface. We're on Little Whiteface. There are no services at the summit of Little Whiteface, but the views did not disappoint. Looking westward, Lake Placid and East Lake appear as a horseshoe lake in the distance. Moving further south, many of the high peaks of the Adirondacks, including the highest, Mount Marcy, are in full view. The actual summit requires a short rock climb and offers a better view eastward from the summit. So facing east or maybe northeast off the mountain, we can see Lake Champlain in the distance. where we crossed on the ferry not too many days ago. In World War II, the 10th Mountain Division was formed to defend mountainous terrain in winter conditions. Its veterans returned home after the war and became pioneers in developing skiing as a vacation industry. Whiteface Mountain towers another 1,200 feet above Little Whiteface to the northwest. There is a road to the top of Whiteface Mountain, which also has a cafe and gift shop. Imagine Dave's Scout's surprise decades ago when they hiked up to the top and found they could have an ice cream when they arrived. For many dedicated hikers, climbing all of the Adirondack 46 peaks above 4,000 feet is a bucket list goal. My boss back at Kodak hiked all 46. After a little more than a half hour at the summit, we were ready to board the gondola for the trip down.
Notice this first drop was fast.
Backpack. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Can you get that experience for our viewers?
Oh, jeez. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Feels a little bit like it's too steep to be safe.
It's so steep when you're looking down.
So if we're going up, all we see is rock and greenery, whatever, but when we're going down, all we see is sky and and cable. Despite our white knuckles as we made our way down the steep slopes, we couldn't get enough of the magnificent views on this beautiful, clear day. It was definitely worth the ticket to ride. A tip that we learned a little too late. We bought our tickets on site when we arrived. However, since we were spending a few days in nearby Lake Placid, we would have done better to purchase the Lake Placid Legacy Sites Pass, which includes the gondola and other sites we wanted to see. It would have been a much better deal.